of Scotland, having lived in relative isolation for nearly 2 years now. The one exception had been regular attendance at church services until her aunt's declining health had rendered her bedridden. Another lift of gnarled knuckles. "Send him away, Campbell." "Aye, Mum." Claire blurted, "Did he say what he wanted? May we not ask his business first?" "No," Aunt Mercer snapped. "I said send him away." The elderly retainer retreated. Claire helped the woman lift her head enough to sip water. Despite the care she took, liquid dribbled from the corner of her aunt's thin, wrinkled lips. "Clumsy girl, I didn't ask for a bath," she grumbled, although her tone lacked bite. Claire quickly retrieved a linen napkin and wiped the water away. The butler returned a few minutes later, a folded note now occupying the silver tray. "If Miss Summers will not receive him, he asks that she do him the honour of reading this." Another scowl crossed her aunt's lined face. "Give that to me." Her hand flashed forward with surprising speed. It wasn't the first time Aunt Mercer had insisted upon reading a letter addressed to Claire. In this case, Claire felt more curious than resentful, since she truly had no idea what message the stranger might wish to impart. Aunt Mercer unfolded it and read silently, the line between her sparse brows deepening. "What is it?" Claire asked. "What does he say?" "Nothing to speak of. It seems this Scotsman met your sisters in Sidmouth and wished to pass along their greetings. As we've made it abundantly clear, they are not to contact you." She shook her head in disgust and began refolding the note. A greeting from her sisters. Emily's doing, she guessed. Claire's stomach rumbled, hungry for news of her family. Loneliness gnawed at her, body and soul. "Might I read it for myself?" Claire asked. "Or at least thank the man for taking the trouble of delivering it?" "No, you may not." Agnes Mercer extended the letter toward the hovering butler. "Dispose of this." He hesitated. "Shall I put it in the drawer with the others?" Others? The word jangled in Claire's mind. She knew of only one. Had there been more? "This one's not worth saving. Burn it." Aunt Mercer had allowed her to read and respond to one letter, and she'd dictated every word of Claire's reply to discourage Emily from writing. Had her sister written again, anyway? With a regretful glance in Claire's direction, the butler dutifully took the message from his mistress, crossed the room, and tossed it into the fireplace. The flames leapt up to consume it. Claire sank into a nearby chair and watched the paper blacken and wither. Gone in a moment, like her former life and hope for the future. Sarah Summers stepped onto Seaview's veranda to shake out her broom, then paused to breathe in the fresh air of a beautiful Devonshire morning. She glanced toward the grey-blue sea to the south, and then to the west, where a sea of yellow daffodils was beginning to fade on the hillside, soon to be replaced by red poppies, orange lilies, and perhaps even purple-crowned thistles, which grew wild there. Thistles were the symbol of Scotland, and Sarah could never think of them without remembering Callum Henschel. The handsome Scottish widower and his adolescent stepdaughter had been their first guests last spring. She still could hardly believe she'd been bold enough to write to him. She'd never done something so forward before.